An uncontested divorce in Alabama is where you have a divorce without having to go to court. Now you think, hey, this is a court action. How do I do it without going to court? Well, the truth is, if you and your spouse are able to reach an agreement on everything, I'm talking real estate, children, debts, personal property, alimony, investments, retirement accounts, automobiles, insurance. If you're going to reach an agreement and put it on paper, you bring it to our office, we're able to put together what's called an uncontested divorce, where we have you sign everything, notarize it, file it with the court. You don't even have to go to court. Now, obviously, the judge still has to sign off on everything, so the judge is required to wait 30 days from the day you sign and file your complaint for divorce with the court. And then 30 days later, you don't have to go to court. The judge can issue a final decree of divorce without you ever stepping foot into the courthouse. I've heard people say that if something sounds too good to be true, then it probably is. But in a divorce, you probably want to be done sooner rather than later. If you and your spouse can reach an agreement on everything in your marriage, like kids, real estate, debts, personal property, those kind of things. If you reach an agreement on everything, here's the great news about a divorce. If you do it in an uncontested way, you can be done literally as early as like 31 days. Once our office drafts all the paperwork for you to sign, you sign it, it gets notarized, we file it with the court. The judge has to wait 30 days. So honestly, on day 31, you could be divorced. Obviously, it doesn't happen that quickly in every county, because once we do the final order for the judge to sign, it's in the judge's hands at that point. But you could be divorced in just as early as 31 days from now. Although an uncontested divorce might be ideal for you, contested divorces are certainly more common because, as I always say, if you and your spouse could agree on everything, you probably wouldn't have to get divorced in the first place. So the chances of you agreeing on things about your real estate division, about maybe whether you're going to get their retirement, how your children are going to be shared between the two parents, all of those things are really hot issues for a lot of people. And so because of that, contested divorces are a lot more common than an uncontested divorce. Don't be scared by a contested divorce. Although this may be your only divorce, our office has handled thousands of divorces across the state of Alabama for many years. We're really experienced in helping you through those times. So you can know, even if you have to fight this out in court, we can help give you an idea of what you can expect in the long term. Like anything else in Alabama court systems, you don't have to have a lawyer to go to court on a divorce. You can file a contested divorce on your own. There are forms online that you probably can find to file it on your own. When people run into trouble, though, is when you get into things like discovery or admitting evidence. You're able to represent yourself, but the judge is required to hold you to the same standard that he would as a lawyer on the other side. So if your spouse has an attorney and you don't, you're going to be in a really prejudiced position, because you're going to have to know the rules of evidence. You're going to have to know how to get your documents into evidence. You're going to have to know how to question your witnesses and do cross-examination. Things that, although we're not any smarter than you, we have different skills than you may have just because of our training and our experience handling these cases for people across the state. So although you can handle a contested divorce on your own, it's probably a good idea to at least consult with a lawyer about how you're going to do that. If you're questioning whether your divorce can be uncontested by agreement or a contested divorce that you need to file, get them served, and let's fight it out, call our office today. We're ready to help you.